Today I'd like to talk about communications inside the perimeter in an SHTF situation. And I'm talking about very primitive stuff, but in an SHTF situation, primitive may be where we're at. Remember that movie with Harrison Ford called The Witness, or Witness? And it's the one where he went to live with the Amish. And toward the end, when he's getting his ass beat by the bad cops, the little Amish boy, he goes and rings the bell there outside the kitchen. And he rings it, and he rings it, and he rings it. And all across the countryside, other farms bordering their farm, the Amish people in the fields, they come out, they hear that bell. And they know something's wrong because it's an alarm bell. And they all come running. And it's what saves Harrison Ford and ends the movie, is with all those Amish witnesses, the bad cop can't very well blow away Harrison Ford and make his escape. So, along those lines, I think it's important to consider something similar on the homestead. Now, if you're in some sort of situation where your neighbors are also preppers and you're close by, perhaps one big bell outside the kitchen door is the way to go. Now, here in our place, I really don't know what the situation will be with the neighbors. In an SHTF situation, my guess is quite a few of them will go somewhere else. What neighbors I have. So I'm more concerned about inside my perimeter and the people that'll be part of my tribe. And with an eye to that, what I've done is I've put different bells or ringers in different locations on my perimeter. That way, if the boss is out at the garden and something's wrong, she can ring that bell, and if I'm in the workshop, I'll hear it and I'll come running. And you know, that even has a use now without the SHTF situation. I have hose and snake bite kits and first aid kits all over my perimeter, and just like I do the bells or the ringers. And if my wife saw a big dangerous snake, she could ring that bell and get me, probably easier than calling me on my cell phone, which I don't always have on me. Here's another example. And because this is the outdoor kitchen, I've got one of those chuck wagon type clappers. And they do the same job. It doesn't really matter what kind it is, as long as it's loud enough to be heard across your particular perimeter, your homestead. And everybody in your perimeter understands that it's rang because, you know, whether it's time to eat or because there's a snake or there's a intrusion into the perimeter, they know that it's something that needs their attention. You may want to go with something a little more attractive at the front door. Once again, as long as it does the job. But you can see my point. This is a low-cost, low-tech SHTF communication situation for inside the perimeter. Little programming note. You may have noticed that the calendar is flipped over to April, and here I am still doing March prep of the month videos. Well, that's because I came down with the flu in March, and I was pretty much out of it for almost 3 weeks, and I just didn't get to do the videos that I wanted to do. So I'm going to pull a command decision, and I'm going to just continue into April with the prep of the month. There's some perimeter defense thoughts that I have that I just really want to get out there. And then we'll move on in May with a new prep. We can wonder or suggest that it be on contagious diseases.